Alright, and welcome back to the channel, buddy, and I hope you're doing fine, and I also hope you had a good start into your week. Today we're gonna talk about Desolation's Wake. This is the upcoming event that starts this Wednesday. So yes, the event is not out yet, but very, very soon, and we can already talk about it, which is awesome. Keep in mind that 1.16 comes also Wednesday, and I'm gonna release at the same time when this video is released, a video about everything that you need to know about 1.16. Why am I doing two videos? Because, well, if I would put everything in one, it would be just way too long. That's what... Yeah, I know, I'm not gonna say it. Now, today, there's a couple topics we need to talk about. So, of course, new event, it's gonna be nice. We're gonna have a look at the event rewards, because there's gonna be a new battle pass. Then, how do you get the event points and also the pledge marks? Now, I know, like the veterans out there, you will be like, but there are actually a few things that are new here, so even the veterans of these events probably should take a look at that. Then, the sealed cache, so that is something new, and... boy oh boy, I think this will be giving us a lot of PvP, but we're gonna talk about it in a moment. And then we have again event pacts and trades. As always, timestamps in the description below. And with that, let's start. Okay, this chapter is gonna be very short. We're just gonna talk about start and end time of the event. So it starts 8 AM Central European Time, Wednesday, March 6th. So this Wednesday, and then you guessed it already, it goes for 2 months until Wednesday, May 8th. So there's going to be new equipment, trades, rewards, and story chapters. Yeah, that's kind of it. Next up, event points, very important, because with that you get all your stuff. Let's talk about that really quick. Alright, and I lied to you shamelessly. First, we're gonna have a look at all the rewards that you can get from this battle pass. Now, in the description below, there's gonna be a list with all the levels and what the levels will unlock. With the free pass and with the premium pass, there's also gonna be the price tag for the regular and for the premium one. So if you wanna see that, description below. There's no point of me reading a list though. Now let's get this started. We're gonna start with a nice new army, Swift. I'm not a huge Swift enjoyer, but here you go. It is, I like that skin, dark, grim, gritty, lovely. We get some story again from Sheriff Harden. Lots of people are a fan of Sheriff Harden, so that might be kind of cool. Then we have weapon charms. Yeah, sure, weapon charms. The community is a little bit split with this. Some people like them, some people are like, wait, weapon charms? You guys used that? And then here we have the Crowning King Auto 5 Flechette. Yeah, dude. That's gonna be a true menace. In team play, this will be quite something, honestly. Can't wait to try that. Then we have a legendary antidote shot. That is a weak one, though, so the 5-minute variant. Then we have again some story. Ooh, Felis rises from the wilds to keep Harden from bringing the primals under his heel. Okay, maybe I do a video about all the story, who knows. Then we get some BB spec, then we have the Dragon Breath for the Colton Rival 78 with level 8. Now, that's something that I would like to try out. Now, keep in mind you have less range with the Caldwell compared to the Spectre or the Romero. But it's cheap, it doesn't need trades, and it shoots 2 shots fast. So that might actually be pretty good with Dragon Breath. We get more story about Sophia, awesome. Another hand crossbow. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. The whole theme from these skins, by the way, is going to be pretty nice. And then level 11, we get the Caldwell Marathon unlock. Keep in mind, otherwise, if you don't unlock the new guns in the Battle Pass, you will get them after the event. So, because people always ask me, oh my god, I cannot play the Battle Pass because I'm traveling or whatever, can I not get the new guns? No, you get the new guns afterwards then, so no problem. I like this. The new guns should be very early in the Battle Pass, because last time we had like the Dolch Deadeye super late in the Battle Pass and it was kind of bleh. Then we have more BBs, more story. Then first skin for the Caldwell Marathon. Yes, dude. I like that. Yeah, dude, the Centipede theme is strong in this one. Then we get the Marco Carbine. Sweet. Level 15. So with level 15, you have all the new guns. Sure, variants and ammo are missing, but at least you can play the basic version already. I think this is really, really cool. More story. Then we have a whistle here. Yeah, sure. Then we get the Caldwell Marathon full metal jacket ammo. More story. And then we get the first skin for the regular Marco. Yeah, that is fancy. I'm always a fan of the engravings, so that is cool. And then we get the Marco explosive ammo. Level 21. Let's see if this is gonna be a meme or it's gonna be actually good for the changes. You can check the changes from the explosive ammo in my 1.16 video. Then more BBs, more story, and then we get the Caldwell Marathon Swift. Now keep in mind that the Marathon comes with a base variant and with the Swift, so once you have level 24 you have all the Marathon, or for now the available variants, unlocked. Level 25 we got the Statesman. Fancy boy, I have to say. Not what I would wear in the Bayou, because that is hot and having a top hat and all the vests and everything, but hey, no judging. I like that skin, I like that theme a lot. Let's see how many people will actually play him in a few weeks. More story, more BBs, and that right here is a Wax Dynamite skin. We have already one, so now there's a second one. Then, level 29. I'm looking forward to that one, because I'm super curious how good the Claw variant will actually be for the Marco Carbine. Then we have some chips here. Every game is rigged. Well, maybe in the Bayou. Well, maybe also in real life, who knows. More story, and then the Winfield Silencer. I already had some speculations that it would be a Winnie Silencer. And no, at that point where I made that video, I did not know that it was a Winnie Silencer. So that is cool. It still has the crappy iron sights though. This is honestly time to change this. Then we get the Marco Aperture, some story. Ooh, the claw skin. The piercing edge, I like that. Then some poison ammo for the Marathon. That is lovely. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm not a huge fan of weapon charms, but I have to admit that one looks freaking sick, dude. 38 more story. 39 we get for the Aperture skin. Lots of bling on that one. Love it. Then FMJ comes with level 40. More BBs. Also more story. Then... would you look at that? I don't know, did they tease that actually in the last couple of videos? I don't think they did. The Penumbra. Yeah, okay. Not my first pick. Very interesting. But, yeah, let's see. Ooh, wow. Okay, let's see how good actually the crosshair is gonna be. Because you have some very bright crosshairs, and they're pretty good when you're aiming at dark surfaces. Because sometimes I have guns where the crosshairs are dark, and if you aim, or when you aim into the darkness, I kind of lose the iron sight sometimes, so that might be pretty cool. Then more story, and then Jesus. Yeah, I'm not gonna equip that. Looks awesome, but fuck. Okay, yeah, no, more story. Well, okay, a Bornheim skin. Sure, we saw that already in the trailer. Then we have more story, more BBs, and we're getting to the end. We're getting the Marathon Swift here, legendary skin, and then we get the legendary hunter, the Centipede. Boy, she does have some energy in her hair though. Looks sick, dude. Love it. I'm always surprised how good they are with giving the hunters a theme and then translate it into a skin. It's sick. Really fucking sick. And then the bonus is a pocket watch. Yeah, okay, and that's it. Now, let's talk about event points. Again, if you want to see the price tag for everything, description below. Alright, next chapter. Okay, event points, I know, yeah, it's always the same, but this time they spice it up a little bit. So let's talk about it really quick, because there's a lot of sources from where you can get your event points. The first one's gonna be a new one, bounty token at the sealed cache. So yeah, that gives you 100 event points. Now you're probably, what is a sealed cache? And we're gonna talk about it in a few minutes. And also extracting the bounty, at least one, gives you 30 event points. Winning Soul Survivor gives you 30 event points. Take the Master Clue gives you 30 event points. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you in a second what's that all about. Banishing a target gives you 12 event points. Looting a hunter for the first time gives you 12 event points. But there is even more. Taking an event clue or rift gives you 10 event points, and then the Spine Otters are coming back. Interacting with them is 6, destroying them is 3. Challenges, you get 750 event points per milestone. So doing the challenges, as always, is the fastest way to get your event points. So every week you should do them, especially if you don't have a lot of time to play. Dark Tribute, 200 event points. So every day, the first milestone that you complete gives you spicy event points. Alright, we talked about that. To get your traits and all the new stuff, you need pledge marks. So we're gonna talk about the pledge marks next. Okay, pledge marks. So you're probably familiar with that, but I'm still gonna talk about the whole thing if you're new to the Hunt Showdown events. You need these pledge marks to activate event perks and also to break some seals. Your hunters can carry at max 4 of them. It's not something that you drop or that you can loot though, so you can't kill people, and if they have 4 pledge marks, you get 4 pledge marks from them. That's not how it works. You can gain a maximum of 4 per match. So that's already a change, because previously you only could get 3. Now, when do you get them? Reaching 30 event points in a match gives you your pledge mark. Looting your first hunter gives you a pledge mark. Doesn't matter how many hunters you loot, you can loot 5, 6, 7, 8. Only the first one is giving you a pledge mark. Banishing the first target gives you a pledge mark, so Roger or any of the bosses. Pact-specific bonus pledge marks. So yeah, the pacts, they have now some bonus pledge marks that you can earn by doing specific actions, and we're gonna talk that in a minute. Then, winning Soul Survivor also gives you a pledge mark. So all this right here is an option to get a pledge marks. Now, what do you do with these pledge marks now? First, I want to talk about the sealed cache. Okay, this is how a sealed cache looks like. And it's a new type of supply point. There is 1 per map, and it's also marked on the map. So that will be quite crazy, because it's a high value point of interest, and I assume that everybody will rush towards that. So yeah, if you go there early in the match, you will get your PvP. That is almost a promise. So some rewards are only inside the sealed cache, and some manifest across the map. Seals must be broken so you can get your pledge marks. Now, some of them can be used by anybody who arrives there, and some of them are exclusive. That means first come, first serve. And I would say we have a look at that really quick, at the pledge seal rewards. First, I want to talk about the rewards that you can find at the sealed cache. The first one is going to be a bounty token. It costs you 2 pledge marks, and that is exclusive. That means, again, if you're there, you have 2 pledge marks, you can get a bounty token, or the value of a bounty token, and nobody else can do that. I think you're limited to that though, so you cannot pick up, for example, then when there's double bounty and you take the one from the seal cache, you cannot magically carry 3 tokens. I don't think this is how this will work, so it will replace one of them, I assume, because I think the user interface does not have the ability to show you more than 2 bounty tokens, and that's also the reason why we cannot carry more than 2. And you can also get a master clue for 1 pledge mark, that's also exclusive. And what that does is, you take this master clue, amazing animation by the way, and it reveals the whole map and shows you all the locations of the bosses. I don't think that works for Roger, because Roger, that is with traces and has nothing to do with getting all the clues and the boss layers. So you will find just the regular bosses that way, which is still crazy good. You rush to that spot with a pledge mark, you kill everybody over there, you take the master clue and you know where the bosses are, and GG. So the matches might speed up significantly. Then, and I'm a huge fan of that, a restoration effect for 1 pledge mark. You have this medkit over there that has the chains. Everybody can take it, it's not exclusive, and I was begging Crytek, or was, well, criticizing Crytek, that we need more restoration effects after gunfights. Now, there will be a lot of gunfights though at these seal caches, and I wonder how many people will do that mid-combat and sacrifice the pledge marks to get restoration effects going. A restoration effect works the same as a boss banish, so it completely heals you and restores all your bars. Now, on the map, there is even more. So you have some rewards that can spawn only in the sealed cache, but you can also find them elsewhere, like the arsenal, supply points, the hunting towers, and also the watchtowers. Now there's the 4-shot boon, and you get the effect of all 4 syringes. Now I asked the devs if it's gonna be like the big effect or the small one. It's gonna be the small one. So you get 5-minute stamina, 5-minute antidote, 5-minute regeneration, and maybe you get even the small vitality shot for 1 pledge mark. I think this is kinda neat if you find it. And sometimes you can play multiple matches and you run around with 4 pledge marks. And the hell, what are you supposed to do with all these pledge marks once you're full? Well, you can get a little buff there and then keep going, which is kind of nice. Also, there's an experience spoon. You get a large amount of XP for 1 pledge mark. I don't know the exact number. And the big cash register, so you get lots of hunt dollars also for 1 pledge mark. I got, when I tried it, $500. So that is kind of nice and a nice bonus on top, I have to say. Then there's also the full restock box that gives you all ammo and all tools. Not consumables, tools. Again, for 1 pledge mark. Now, you're probably wondering, does it restore randomly or does it restore my loadout? And it does restore, at least when I tried it, your loadout. So I depleted all my throwing knives, I deployed all my fuses, I interacted with the full restock box, and I got exactly the throwing knives and the fuses back. So that is kind of nice. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna play a trap build with all traps possible, place them around the sealed cache, then I'm gonna use a restock box and resupply all my traps. Yeah. Then there's also the explosive box, and that gives you 3 explosives, 1 pledge mark. Keep in mind though, that one is exclusive. Whew, yeah, so you can see already with these pledge seal rewards, they're gonna spice it up quite a bit. And I think it will definitely give us faster PvP. Because this is such a high value target, lots of people will run over there. And especially in higher lobbies, or you know what, I think in all lobbies. People just want to check that out because it's new. And the first team that can fortify that position, yeah, that might be interesting. Now keep in mind that they are most of the time exposed. So they are in the open, or at least most of them. So that might make it a little bit difficult. Okay, now we talked about that, and I would say we jump now to the event trades. And that means we're gonna have a look at all the different pacts. Let's start with the Death Pact. Now, Witness returns, and I know a lot of people are gonna be a huge fan of that. So the moment you use Dark Side, it lets you see dead AI and Hunters. AI has only like the gray little smoke torch thing there, and Hunters have an orange candle in it, or whatever you want to call it. So orange means dead Hunter. If it's just gray, it's that AI. Also, your health regenerates while you're in Dark Side and close to these smoke pillars of death, or whatever you want to call those. That is kind of nice. That was always a good trade and not absolutely broken or OP, so thumbs up. Now, these pacts come with conditional effects. So if you pledge to the Death Pact, by the way, pledging works by going over to the supply points, interacting with that, yari yari, we know that already, then resilience gets buffed. With resilience, that means you revive teammates in half the time. Boy, I don't know what to think about that. I'm mostly a solo player, but that will definitely catch people off guard, because you can revive in Hunt already so goddamn fast. And now we cut the time in half. Yeah, that's gonna be quite a surprise a couple times, am I right? And the pact-specific bonus pledge mark, the first hunter that you loot gives you 2 pledge marks instead of 1 pledge mark. So, as I mentioned earlier, you can get 4 pledge marks total in a single match, which is kind of nice. Now we talked about the Death Pact, now we're gonna talk about the Lawful Pact. Okay, the Lawful Pact. Now, we're gonna have the trade, and that one is new, Peacekeeper. And that lets you revive dead teammates. Now keep in mind, that means dead, lost all bars, burnt out, red skulled, okay? That will cost you health though, so you're gonna burn health to revive a dead teammate. Now the thing is, I couldn't really test it on the recording servers because I was alone there, and I assume it's gonna be not too much, but I think it will cost you at least a small bar. Now you're like, well, that fucking sucks, but there's also something very good about that. Looting dead hunters, or looting a dead hunter, restores 1 health chunk. Wow, so that can be really good mid PvP. You get killed, you come back with Necro, or you get revived, and then you loot a hunter that your teammates killed, or that you find, or that you killed earlier yourself, and you get that health chunk back. That is pretty strong, because that doesn't cost any pledge marks. And it definitely helps with the Peacekeeper first effect. Now there's also a conditional effect with that one, and that is Pack Mule. You receive some ammo when looting a hunter. Yeah, okay. I mean, for some loadouts, if you play like Nitro and stuff like that, this is definitely really cool. But otherwise, if you play, if you're gonna play the new guns, like the new Winfield, the pump action, the Marathon, then you have so much ammo, it normally doesn't matter. It will work pretty handy though with specific loadouts. Also, the pact specific bonus pledge mark, hitting 30 event points gives you 2 pledge marks instead of 1 pledge mark. Honestly, this is probably the easiest pact specific bonus pledge mark, because if you go to the sealed cache locations, they are always surrounded by the spine altars. And there's like, I think 5 of them or 4 of them, so just using those almost, or gives you exactly 30 event points, and then you have instantly 2 pledge marks. Yeah, and also 30 event points is kind of whatever. You can get that super fast. Now, that will be a really interesting pact if you fight in teams. Even for solos, being able after trading and then Necro surviving you, getting the health chunk back, even that might be pretty cool. The conditional effect is meh compared to the first one, but hey, we have one more pact. And that is the Primal Pact, so let's talk about that one. Another event perk returns, and that's gonna be Berserker, and that doubles all melee damage. Yeah, some people loved it. I saw it lately in my chat, in my Twitch chat, and people were like, boy, I miss Berserker, I like to smash stuff, and it was pretty nice, and now it's gone. Well, it's back now, so enjoy. The conditional effect is gonna be with Beast Phase. Animals do not notice you anymore. At all. That can be nice. It depends how much you struggle with that. You can probably hide next to alive horses and stuff like that, or alive dog kennels. The thing is, I think I couldn't try it because you're level 1 on the recording server, and I think Beast Phase on this test server is like level 46 or something like that, and I could not level up there fast enough. The question is, can I jump into a dog kennel or a chicken coop with this Beast Phase conditional effect and not take damage? Because if you jump into a dog kennel that is triggered, that will apply bleed to you. So, is the bleed effect linked to the dogs being triggered or the dogs being alive? Because if you can hide in dog kennels with that, that might give you some surprise moments that nobody... Yeah, that will definitely surprise a few people. But even if not, that is still pretty strong, because you can set ambushes in locations where people think that they're safe. Also, there's a pact-specific bonus pledge mark, and that is banishing a target gives 2 pledge marks instead of 1 pledge mark. And that is easily the weakest out of the 3, because single bounty, enemy team spawns at the target, banishes it, and you're like, well, rip, there goes my pact-specific bonus pledge mark. Let me know in the comment section what you think about these 3 pacts. For me, it's gonna be Death Pact or Lawful Pact. They're very interesting. The Primal Pact, I think it's gonna be more of the fun pact, the meme pact, not the super sweaty try-hard pact. So let's discuss these pacts a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about the 3 pacts. Now, keep in mind, I didn't do much PvP with those yet, especially with the new ones, but some of these traits we have already quite some experience with, for example, Witness. So I'm gonna look at Witness, then I'm gonna look, I think it was called Peacekeeper and Berserker. In my opinion, this is more for solo point of view right now, Death Pact wins. You can get infinite healing as long as you find AI with that. And you can even heal after combat on downed hunters. So that is crazy good. If you tap it every now and then, you can also see it when people just crossed your path earlier, because you will see the dead AI. So for tracking enemy hunters, that will be very, very valuable. Then we have Peacekeeper, revive dead teammates. Yeah, I don't know, because as a solo this is kind of whatever. But if you play on a team, this will be really good. I don't think that your teammates burn out that often. Sometimes they do, because they are in a position where it's super difficult to revive. And also mid-combat, eluding an enemy hunter, that works quite well, and you get 1 health chunk back. The one thing that I don't like about this, it already happens sometimes that people, they have a bounty token, or they know they will get a bounty token. So I play solo, I can only extract with 1 token. That means the other team that is still with me on the server will get the other token 100%. If I don't have Dark Side, I cannot find the dude anymore. So he runs to the other side of the map, waits for me to extract, grabs the bounty token, revives his teammate. It doesn't really matter that I burnt that guy out, because he's gonna do a Red Skull revive, and then they extract, and that's it. Something similar can happen with Peacekeeper. So if I fight a team and the teammate thinks, well, I have no chance against winning this motion sniper sweat boy, he just leaves. And waits for 10 minutes. They gonna stream a Netflix episode in the Discord server. Gonna enjoy the show. Then 10 minutes later, or 20 minutes later, the dude comes back, sacrifices a little bit of self, and revives the dead teammate. That might be an issue. I hope not a lot of people will use this. That is a little bit scummy. But looting dead hunters, restoring 1 health chunk, dude, this will be so good in teams. Because very often you push different locations and the firefights are moving, and the bodies stay, obviously, because they don't move that much, because they're dead or they're downed. And very often mid PvP fight I get the option to loot an enemy hunter. And if I just got downed, I can restore 1 health chunk. I also like that it's not crazy good, so you restore only 1 health chunk and it's not a restoration effect. That is pretty good. And then for the Primal Pact, I think Berserker is the weakest. I personally think that is the weakest. They nerfed a little bit the tool damage and stuff like that against the bosses, and you feel that. I tried it already, it's not that great anymore. But I'm not gonna take the Primal Pact just to cut down bosses a little bit easier. Sure, getting 100% kill rate when I bayonet people, because normally when I bayonet people, I hit the arm and then they survive and then they blast me and I'm sad. Still, I think that from the event perks themselves, Berserker is giving you, for PvP, the least amount of value. Then let's talk about the conditional effects. So Resilience and Death Pact, revive teammates in half the time. That is kind of sick. That is kind of sick. So reviving and hunt is super fast. Cutting it down to 50%. Ooh, this will absolutely catch me by surprise. Absolutely. So I think that is good. The conditional effect from Pact Mule in the Lawful Pact, receiving some ammo when looting a hunter. Honestly, we had something similar already before, that you can loot a little bit of extra ammo, and that was good. That was good, but it was more of a, oh, this is convenient kind of good, and not, wow, this is giving me the edge over the enemy team kind of good. Which definitely, if you look at Death Pact with Resilience, this is crazy, right? With the Lawful Pact, receiving some ammo when looting a hunter, yeah, okay, otherwise you just bring an ammo box. Honestly, you will find a lot of these ammo crates too, that you can break the seal with a pledge mark and get all your ammo back. So I think this conditional effect here is probably the weakest, and the conditional effect from Primal with Beast Face, where the animals do not go off, I'm not 100% sure how it works. So I want to be careful with that, but I think this can be fun. Okay? And then the pact-specific bonus pledge marks, I think from Death Pact, looting your first hunter, giving you 2 pledge marks, and the one from the Lawful Pact, 30 event points give you 2 instead of 1. They're both achievable. Lawful, of course, easier than the Death Pact. With the Primal Pact, dude, very often you will not get a target. Very often you will not get a target, so it's down the drain. And with that, I personally think the Primal Pact with the event perk and the bonus pledge mark being the weakest and the conditional effect kind of, we have to check out how much you can play around with that. Or is it just gonna be for a couple YouTube clips? Alright, you will have some, if it works, amazing moment, but then it's just gonna be a clip. So I think it's gonna be close between Death Pact and the Lawful Pact. But we're gonna play it for a week and then we're gonna make a video about that. Okay, and with that, we're done. This is the whole event. Just keep in mind that I also released a 1.16 video, and the 1.16 video covers the new guns, which is the pump action compact ammo, the marathon, and also the long ammo levering shotgun rifle, the Marco. So I discuss and compare it with the regular guns over there. Link in the description below, as always. And with that, let's roll the outro. Alright, so the first chapter is going to be very simple. Event info, when does everything start? And it starts 8 AM. It's 8 AM. Ah! Oh, fuck. Okay, honestly, this chapter is always short, and I think next time I'm just gonna fuse it with something else. I can't talk today, dude. Boy, 2-3 videos today with a YouTube short talking about the Headlund. And this is crazy. 2 of these videos, I hope you don't mind that I split it. And I hope it will not hurt the views too much. But otherwise, maybe you're not interested in the event because, yeah, I know the stuff already from the previous stuff. Give me the new stuff, 1.16. Or you're like, yeah, 1.16, whatever, but I want to see the event. Is there anything new with the event perks? What is coming back? That is super interesting. So yeah, making one video definitely too long. So, hope you don't mind. Then, patrons, big shout out, as always, because you guys, you support me a lot. It is much appreciated, and you guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out my link tree in the description to check out all my platforms that I'm using. More or less. I see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye-bye.